Hi, everybody. This is Stephanie with Energy Aligns. Welcome to the new year, 2025, and to my first Thursday Tarot Insight of 2025. So every week I've been picking one tarot card that highlights and harnesses the energy of the collective, the energy for all of us, the energy for the universe, the energy for the world, the energy that we all create together, and the energy that's coming in for all of us to move into and utilize and work with. And I like to also give you tools and tips on how to individually tap into these energies that we are aware of through the card that I pulled. So welcome. Welcome if you have been here before. Welcome if you've seen a million of these. And welcome to 2025. So I'm imagining most of you are watching something like this, have been kind of tapped into a little bit of the energy, of the predictions, of the chatter and talk about what's to come energetically in 2025. So let's look at this card that I pulled and talk a little bit about that. The card I pulled is the Seven of Earth, the garden. So in the tarot, the earth is really about the physical. So us as human beings, as physical bodies, as denser energy. That's what physical means, and that's what earthly energy is. So we're all spirits that come down into our bodies. Energy is all over the place that we cannot see, but we sure can sense it and know it and feel it and hear it and see it with our internal eyes. But the physical is how the energy comes in and manifests on a denser level. So we have this card, the Seven of Earth. And seven in the cycle of the tarot, the minor arcana cards, 1 through 10 is a full cycle. So when we're in the seven of something, we are really getting into the information more and more. So we're kind of like 1 through 5, we're learning, we're establishing a grounding for what's coming in and new for us. And then the 6 and the 7 and the 8 is really like seeing it start to really be. And so here we are at the 7. And I don't know if you notice in this card, if you take a second, and you can even pause the video to look at the card and intuit what you can intuit out of it, what the images might be saying to you, what messages might come through, what associations you might have just with the visuals of this card. So how the tarot works is the imagery, the colors, all hold information. And this is when we start to work with our intuition. It's a great way to tap into our intuition, to also tap into our extra senses. So our seeing with our eye, our third eye, our clairvoyance, our hearing, clairaudience, smelling, even knowing, claircognizance. And a tarot is a great way to start to work the muscle, which is we're all being asked to work, of our extra senses. So just by stopping and looking at the tarot card, you might get information. And we have the Seven of Earth, the garden. So the first thing when I looked at this card that came through are the words implanting newness, really tapping into collective consciousness, collective newness, tapping into collective consciousness and universal cosmic energy consciousness. So that's the information that came through directly for me when I saw this card, for us as a collective when I asked. So all you have to do is ask here, what does this mean? What does tapping into the collective consciousness and universal cosmic energy consciousness mean? Like I said in the last couple tarot insights that I've worked with here with these cards, is we have information coming to us in with open doors. Like we have access to it all. We really, really do. So what this means that we have access to all information, all the answers up here, and all solutions, all guidance, etc. And we have this beautiful earthly existence, right? We have density. We are earthly beings. We are of the earth, which is what this bottom, darker, denser part of the card really symbolizes. We we have earthly physical bodies, right? And so what these earthly physical bodies do, which I talked about last Tarot Insight, is we filter the information. And we have to, because if we have access to everything, we can't see it all at once, number one. And when we're in these physical bodies, we have limitations. So we have access to all the information before we come into our bodies as it's just a spirit, as the energy within the universe. And then when we leave our bodies, we have access to so much more, and we can hold more because we are lighter. And so what happens in these denser times of being incarnated on the physical is that we have these limitations, but these limitations allow us to create uniquely to us. So what the limitations do is they filter what we can receive, and we as unique individuals get to filter, get to decide, get to discern what comes in, what we use. And that's a conscious choice, but a lot of it is unconscious choice. What lessons do we need to learn? Who are we at this time of the universe? Who are we on this planet Earth? And our past history, our karmic history, our lifetimes of history, our history in this body, living in this planet right now in 2025. So they all kind of mix together to filter in to what we can discern and decide to use. This information is important because we need to know that we do have limitations, right? We cannot take all of it in and bring it all down at once. And to know that if we desire to know the information, we can. So that's saying if we're curious, if we're asking, the information that we need to know, that we're asking about, we can know it. We can receive it. We can connect to it. It's not a far off thing that you or I cannot possibly connect to and receive. Right now, because it is so up here, so close, so open, it's like an opening. I talked about this last time. It's kind of all up here is a way to visualize it. There is such an opening to all the information. And so let's do it. Let's utilize it. Let's know that we can, at least. And then the awareness that we can access information from the collective consciousness, from the universe, from God, Goddess, whatever you want to refer it to. Let's know we can. And just knowing that is powerful. And that's what the time we're in, to know how powerful we are as beings of the earth. Right? Another reason why we're having access to all this information is to say, if you desire to create new, you can. If we as a collective desire to create new, we can. It's not too late, and it's just evolved, right? It's just evolving. Our awareness is just evolving. So we are here at this time, all of us collectively growing and evolving. We're doing it as individuals, but we're part of it all. And I talked a lot about this in last week's Tarot Insight, and I would encourage everybody to go back and listen to that, because I talk about the wholeness of it and what wholeness really means. But here we are as a collective, right? We're each individual participating in it, but because we're working together on some level, we're evolving and growing. Whether we are aware of it or not, it is happening. And so as the old is kind of left over there, by over there, I mean, kind of to the left of us, we're turning to the new. We can always create. That is one of our superpowers as humans. We can always, always, always create. And what's really important here in this card, you can really see this kind of looks like a brain, but look at all the colors in here, the images in here, kind of what they evoke. And what this is saying is that our creative collaboration is with all that is energy, right? We're collaborating with the universe, we're collaborating with the cosmos, etc. It's a collaboration. So what we choose to do, what information we choose to have come in, what information we choose to tune into, it's all a collaboration, and it's a relationship. It's its own dynamic. And this is really important about this card. So what this means is we connect to what is more than us and distill it down, right? We connect to all that is. We can do this, and we distill it down into an idea or ideas. All of these could be the old ideas, and this is a brand new one, the new dream, the new idea that's coming through. And it's a seed. It's a seed that's planted in the physical, okay? So we can nurture, we can wish and hope and dream and create, right? We can do all this. We can do all this up here. These happen on the astral plane. These happen on energetic planes. And then the seed gets planted because of what we have done up here, right? The work we've done. The seed gets planted. And the creation has its own intelligence and awareness, okay? So this is the most important part of this message here for all of us. It's the allowing, giving space to what is bursting forth from the creational seeds that we plant. So here we planted the seeds. And the important part to remember is once it's planted, once it's come down into density, then it becomes a thing. And it becomes a thing where it interacts with our world, I guess we would say, the world of the physical. So it's still working with the energetics up here, but we've brought it down into physical form. And now here we are letting it do its thing. It's going to sprout, it's going to change, it's going to grow. It becomes its own energy, right? As its own energy, it's important for us to allow, to give space. You know, the last many years has been really hard for a lot of people, right? Most humans. And that has not stopped us from working in these realms of wishing and dreaming and praying and hoping and working with the metaphysical, working with the astral, working with energy in whatever way we do it, because we all do it as humans, whether we're thinking, oh yeah, I'm working with energy right now or not. We all are doing it through prayers, through dreams, through wishes, through hopes, through desires, you know, about making the world a better place, about less suffering, about needing more in our lives personally or for our family or for our community. These are all wishes and dreams and hopes that have energy that we've been working with. And here we are, we've all of us, you know, nobody has been untouched by desiring more, by wishing more, by hoping for more, by dreaming about more. For us as a collective, right? And so now here we are, 2025. It's not just about the year, it's about the time we're in. Here we are with the seed being planted, and now it's time for us to not stop dreaming and wishing and hoping and creating. Absolutely not. But it is time for us to allow a little space for this to do what it needs to do. And we can have our finger on the pulse of it as a collective while that's coming forth, and to come and receive the gift of what is being planted here, because it will sprout and grow, and we get to receive it, and we get to interact with it like a child, like a project, like ideas that come out, and they're not always what we thought, but the energy of it is in there. We've collaborated here. We've collaborated with these realms to have newness on our planet. Yay for us. Okay, so how can we take the energy of the Seven of Earth here, the garden, beautiful. Look at this beautiful card. How can we really honor this energy is what I want to do here. How do we honor it? How do we tune into it? How do we use it in our individual lives? So here we go. New year, new time. Here's what you can do to honor this energy. 1, really reflect. Reflect on your past year, maybe, or the past month, or the past week, the past couple days, and really see and acknowledge what you have created and what you have brought into your life. So I guarantee there's many things there's many things you've created and brought into your life in the past year, even in the past week. For me, in the past 3 months have been incredibly potent and incredible shifts, and also incredibly difficult and really, kind of discombobulating at times. So reflect back, take some time, journal. That's the best way to get this information out. You can do it on a keyboard on your computer, or you can write by hand in a journal. But reflect on what you have created. This could be things that you've thought in your head, gosh, I wish I had more laughter in my house. I wish I could just go more with the flow. I wish I had more money. I wish I had a different job. I wish I had a car that works. Whatever it is that you have created in your mind because you have a desire and you've seen it come into play in your life. It doesn't have to be big, but I guarantee you there's many that have happened this year. Write them down and reflect, because there's probably things that you don't even realize that you've created in your life. And those are the most potent ones, because, change and growth and awareness does not have to be a slap in the face awareness. Usually what happens is these things come in so suddenly and we do all this change and growth, we don't even realize it. So it is important to go back and reflect on it for yourself. Reflect on all this work that you've done on the astral plane, on these energetic spiritual levels, and how it's come in and grown and manifested in your life. Okay, so the second way we can really honor the 7 of Earth energy is to write down again, or contemplate, or spend some time thinking about what you are desiring. So this could be for the coming year. A lot of times we sit and we write about what we want for the new year. But we're working in these levels of anything is possible. Okay, I have adopted that mantra really for this year. But anything is possible up here. You can dream about anything, and since it is just a dream, since it is just your imagination, since it is just your heart's desire going full on out, just do it. Just imagine it. Imagine whatever extreme that you want to imagine, because playing in these realms is practicing. And you might have these limiting beliefs and limiting thoughts that, oh yeah, that really can't happen, but write it down anyways. Think about it anyways. I'll give you an example of my life. I have for years really wanted to be one of those people that buys a villa in Tuscany, Italy. And I think about it all the time. I dream about it all the time. I look at pictures all the time. And yet I do have a limiting belief. I'm like, gosh, I don't really know if I'm going to ever be able to do that. But guess what? I keep doing it, because why not? And the doing, the creating in my mind, the imagining, the feeling that I get when I do dream about that makes me feel really good. And that's the energy that we're bringing in for 2025. And with this card, this is all like the Garden of Eden, right? The beauty, everything we want, everything we can have. And then we do filter it down and discern and decide and bring in what we need. And then it becomes its own thing. So happy New Year to all of you. And I want to thank everybody that has shown up and watched my Tarot Insights for the past, 6 to 9 months. I've been doing these. I love this work that I do with energy. I love the tarot. I love the infinite possibility of information that comes in with cards, the tarot cards in any deck that you choose to use. And I love working with people to help them deepen into their own self-awareness, to access the tools that you have, to access this information, to have a deeper, richer, more expansive life, because this is where we're growing and going as a collective. And I love doing these tarot insights. I love looking at this energy. I love talking about the energy. I could go on and on and on in these videos. And I appreciate everybody that's shown up in my practice, that's shown up to watch these videos, that encourages me to keep going in my daily life, my friends and my family. And I want to say Happy New Year to all of you. Please reach out for any support you have in these realms: energy work and healing, tarot work and healing, meditations. I'm here for you. I'm here for you in 2025. I'm stepping up. I'm here for it all. And I wish you lots of love and deep awareness. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.